Despite the number of Jedi that survived Order 66, it should be noted that a vast majority of them were killed either by clone troopers on the front lines or in Operation Nightfall. At the start of the Clone Wars, there were 10,000 Jedi in the Order, and by the end of the war, the majority of them were still alive, until the Order went out. After Order 66, the Jedi Order went from thousands of members to under 200, a catastrophic loss, if not an extinction. However, there were a fair amount of Jedi that actually survived, and so we'll be narrowing down the pool a little bit with the following conditions. First, the Jedi needs to actually have fought off clones to escape. Jedi that weren't in a position to be executed, like Ram Koda, don't count. Second, for the sake of giving some of the more obscure Jedi from Legends some room, we won't be including Yoda on this list, even though he fits the bill. The niece of famed Jedi Master Plo Koon, Shar Kun was stationed on Coruscant in the Jedi Temple when Order 66 broke out, where she was pursuing leads in the Jedi archives on the identity of Darth Sidious. While researching, Kun felt the death of her uncle and Cato Nemoidia through the Force, the shock of which caused her to pass out. When she awoke, Operation Nightfall was in full swing, and she found clones from the 501st Legion raiding the Jedi archives. She fought off the clones that attacked her and fled into the Coruscant underworld, using a set of secret passages under the Jedi Temple. Embittered by the destruction of the Jedi Order, Kun befriended the mutant Thons that lived in the underworld and began plotting to destroy the Emperor. She intended to prove her worth by killing Darth Vader and then taking his place so that she would be able to assassinate Sidious himself. However, she met a snag in the first step of her plan. Instead of defeating Vader, she herself was killed by the Chosen One in a duel in the Temple underlevels, yet another member of the Jedi Order to die mere weeks into the Jedi Purge. Dash Janir was a Jedi Knight who, at the time of the end of the Clone Wars, was in charge of the Republic's assault on New Plimpto. During his attack on the Forstead Separatist world, Janir was betrayed by his troops, but he managed to kill several of them and escape the rest by fleeing into the woods. There, he encountered a soldier for the local Nosarian resistance and was taken to their commanding general. The Nosarians explained to Janir why they had joined the Separatists. The Republic had banned the sale of their planet's soul export, crippling their economy. Janir sympathized with his former enemies and chose to side with them against the newly formed Galactic Empire. He ended up leading an early rebel cell in New Plimpto, formed from the very separatist militia that he had arrived on the planet to fight. His ultimate fate is unknown, though he is known to have survived at least the first stage of the Purge. Last but not least, we have Quinlan Vos. At the end of the Clone Wars, Quinlan Vos had returned fully to the light after a series of brushes with the dark side, and when Order 66 was executed, he was leading troops in the Battle of Kashyyyk. From atop a Juggernaut tank, Vos was leading a flanking force against the Separatist main assault force in the Kakarot Theater, alongside Jedi General Luminara Undili. While Vos and Undili were successful in throwing the enemy assault into chaos, Order 66 was given in the middle of the battle. Commander Faye, Vos's clone liaison, was with Luminara Undili at the time, and after executing her, he ordered a nearby Juggernaut to fire on Vos's own tank. The gunners on the Juggernaut complied, destroying Vos's tank and seemingly killing the Jedi Master. But Vos miraculously survived the explosion, and when Faye discovered this, a manhunt ensued. During this time, Vos once more brushed with the dark side, sensing the deaths of Aayla Secura and thousands of other Jedi, and being drawn into a quest for revenge on the Sith and the clones that they used to wipe out the Order. Vos fought several groups of clone troopers in the jungles of Kashyyyk, and he killed all of them in his quest for revenge. Ultimately, however, his brush with the dark side ended as quickly as it had begun. He encountered Commander Faye himself, who threatened to summon an airstrike on his position if Vos didn't give himself up, a move that would have killed Vos, Faye, and every Wookiee living in a nearby village. Left to choose between revenge on the Sith and saving innocent lives, Vos chose the latter. He killed Faye and ultimately escaped the Jedi Purge altogether. So, those were 3 Jedi that, through luck or skill, fought off their clone attackers during Order 66, and as per usual, I want to know what you guys think. Are there any other stories like this that you think we missed? Post your thoughts in the comments section below. And also guys, if you want to get connected with the community, play some games with the community, and just join us in chatting Star Wars and pretty much anything sci-fi in general, then make sure you check out all the links in the description below. We have a couple of Discord servers, we have plenty of games for the community to play, so make sure you check out all the links in the description below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.